Hello and welcome to Woodbridge, the best town around. My name is John McCormick. I'm the mayor of this great town, and it's actually been 9 weeks since I've said that publicly. Boy, it feels good to say that. We're here at Colonia High School with 11 junior students who started the Colonia Cares program many weeks ago, and they've been doing an amazing job raising money, in particular for our food pantries. They've done different events. I'm going to ask them to explain different things to you, but the 11 of them are behind me here. Not everyone wants to speak, but I'm going to introduce them anyway and let them at least take their mask down a little bit and wave so everybody knows who you are. We're going to start, this is alphabetical, but we're going to start with Harrison Brindley. He's going to say a few words about the whole effort. I'll ask him a couple questions and how many people want to speak. Only 3 want to speak, so I'm going to ask you a lot of questions. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Harrison Brindley. So tell me about the whole effort. Tell me how it started.
So we came together one night, decided, you know, we're all in a very good position to help people who aren't as lucky as we are to try and help the entire community out. So we decided we were going to sell shirts, later decided we'll sell signs too, and just wanted to raise money. And we found the most effective way to do that is raise money, buy gift cards at local businesses, and then use the gift cards we buy to donate to the food bank and families in need so they could use that to feed themselves every night.
So that's a double hit because the businesses are struggling. Oh, she's got a bee near her. All right, tell me about how you're also helping the businesses.
So,
because you're buying cards from them, they're struggling. Tell me
Yes.
the examples, the pizza places.
So, you know, we made a list of all the places in Colonia, some places in Avenel that no matter whether they're hit hard or soft, you know, everybody needs it. Everybody needs our help. We need to come together as a community and support each other and just try to keep everything running while we're on a little break right now, but hopefully after we could make a difference and keep them running.
How many shirts did you sell?
I'm not sure the number. How many shirts?
2,000 shirts?
shirts.
2,000 signs and shirts, and they're what, $15 each?
Yes, $15
And you had a pretty good deal getting the shirts made and the signs made.
Yes.
Somebody's in the field.
A and B promotions in Cranford.
Okay, very good. And what do you have in the envelope there?
I have checks made out, not shirt or sign money. Checks people wrote for We Feed Woodbridge directly.
Okay, great.
We have $6,125 for We Feed Woodbridge.
Okay, tell me about how much you have raised overall.
Overall, it's around 20,000 plus.
20,000 plus. Ladies and gentlemen, 11 high school kids raised $20,000 for people in need. What can you say? There should be a whole crowd here, but there's only some moms, but it's unbelievable. So thank you very much. And I'm going to take that. All right. Next up, if you want to speak, just drop your mask for a second and we can all see who you are. Emily Christie. That's you? All right. Jordan Derkat.
Hey guys.
Mia Kreisman. All right. And next up, where's Kerry Lishak?
Okay.
There you are. Come on over, Kerry. So now your mom was kind of helped organize this whole thing. I know she had a lot of conversations with me.
Yeah, definitely.
And she's a school superintendent, I found out last Saturday. That's pretty cool. So tell me about your relationship with these other 10 kids. Geez. You all know, we have known each other. I was talking to the parents about it. You've known each other for a long time. You are an existing kind of circle of friends. Tell me all about that.
So I know a few of them. I went to SJV, St. John Vianney, and I've been friends with a few of them for a really long time, since we were little. And then ever since high school, the first year, I've been friends with all of them. So yeah, we've stuck together since the beginning.
All right, and tell me about the events you held. We talked about selling the t-shirts. Tell me about last Saturday.
Last Saturday was great. I know a lot of people came. They dropped off a lot of food and everything. That was amazing. But I think we raised a lot of money from the coin toss. We raised so much money from that.
You guys were having way too much fun with that coin toss. I want to just say.
Jordan, shout out Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan was like, he controlled Inman Avenue for 4 hours. Everybody went through Jordan before they wanted to get by that light.
Yeah, but that was amazing.
Great. All right. Thank you very much. Next up, Nate Menenti. How come you don't want to speak, man? Come on. Emily Melendez.
Here.
There you are. Victor Perosi. All right. Antonia Pierce. All right. Jack Riley. Come on. Jack's a guy I've known for a long, long time. Come up and tell me about your experience here.
Colonia Cares?
Yeah.
So, Colonia Cares, I'm so proud that I was able to be a part of it, and we're all blessed that we weren't affected that much, that we can help other people. And this is such a great group, and I knew like going into this that we'd be able to do really good things because we're all super involved in our school as well. And it was really nice delivering the shirts, and everyone was just so happy to get them and happy to see what we were doing. So it was great.
So you just walked up to somebody's house, knocked on the door, handed them the shirt. I mean, that had to be cool, just that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know I brought one. Some lady ordered one from Island, and she was immobile, so I dropped it off at her house. And you would have thought I was bringing her $1,000 when I handed her the Colonia Care shirt. It was amazing.
Yeah.
So tell me about your friends here.
So like Kerry said, we've been friends for a really long time. We got together like freshman year. And a lot of us are in student council too. We're just really involved in the school. So that's why I think we had a lot of success here. We all like really put a lot of effort into it. So yeah.
But you did this kind of independent of the school.
Yeah.
The school's been closed the whole time.
Yeah.
So have you had contact with your principal about it, or any teachers?
So yeah, so the teachers had a huge part in this. They really like promoted on social media, all their Twitters and everything. So really the way that the school helped us was promoting it. Mr. Pace was he helped us out so much too. So even though it wasn't a school thing, everyone in Colonia High School really supported us and spread the word about it. So they were with us like all the way.
And there's 11 of you. I bet there's about 100 students that wish they were number 12, right?
Yeah.
This is a cool group. They all probably wish they were part of it.
Yeah.
So last question. Tell me, my guess is 11 of you, no one's ever gone to bed hungry. Maybe you have. Maybe that's all right. But knowing that the money is going toward the food banks. See, personally, I think that's the biggest fear I have with this whole pandemic is that the food banks and the food pantries and the soup kitchens are going to run out. But now we had a big drive and we're at $91,000 and you're just adding $20,000 to that now. It's just amazing. Tell me about why did you pick food banks?
Yeah, so this is just a really hard time, and that's one of the biggest problems. Even like some senior citizens they just can't get their own groceries, and it's crazy that we're living in a time where they can't do that. So a lot of people, coronavirus affected a lot of people in a lot of different ways, and everyone needs to eat. So we thought, and the local businesses are struggling really hard too, they're being hit the hardest. So we thought that by buying gift cards from them and then giving it to the people, we could kind of help out the businesses and help out the people as well, because everyone needs to get something to eat.
That is a perfect answer for that. Absolutely. Thanks, pal. And last up, Jose Ribeiro. All right, there's Jose. Now I'd like to call up the guy who runs our various efforts with the food pantries. He works for our health department, and since 1992, when he started We Feed Woodbridge, almost 30 years ago, he's been involved. So there's 11 food pantries in town. Now there's a soup kitchen, and he coordinates. We bring food in from the Have a Heart Drive. For Valentine's Day, we bring in food for the summer concerts, all different sources. And Peter's the one that makes sure it gets to where it has to go to the different places. So Peter, let's give us a few words about what your effort.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. And again, I would say without the mayor's help and the council support and the administration using the town's resources in these last 10 weeks, when COVID first hit, I work at the health department, and we really didn't have a backup plan at the food pantries, but we went to the mayor, and the mayor started putting it out daily that the food pantries were in need. Our pantries generally, on an average month, we feed about 600 families. Right now, our pantries are feeding over 800 families plus a month. We've probably increased our take by 30%. Councilwoman Meehan and I just left one of the food pantries packing food for somebody, loading up their car. The need is great. People are calling us, and these are people that generally would at times give to us, are now in situations because of COVID aren't able to give to us. The monies that we've collected at this point will be dispersed amongst our food pantries. All our pantries are now getting food from the Community Food Bank at Hillside, which is the state warehouse, the state food purchase program. We have a warehouse in East Brunswick, McFoods, out on Kennedy Boulevard, which is operating now. Used to operate 2 days a week. It's operating 5 days a week. From that warehouse, we're bringing food up to our pantries 2 to 3 times a week. And again, the mayor allows us to use the town's resources. The need is great, and it's tough times for everybody. But as one of the students said, we're fortunate enough that we have a home and we have resources that we can provide for ourselves. It's those that are in situations that don't have those means or are waiting for benefits from the government to continue on living at that point. So I say thank you all. You know what, the mayor, we're in good hands for the future at
Yes,
this
we
point,
are.
because I'll retire someday, you'll retire someday, and someone can pick up the ball with the food pantry. As the mayor said, the We Feed's been in existence since 1992. It started at just a pooling of resources, and over the 30 years it's grown to what it is today, you know, due to so much for the township's help at this point. So, you know, on behalf of the We Feed and those that we serve every day, and the people that I serve, I have the privilege of serving and seeing every day. Councilwoman Meehan could attest to it. We say thank you, because, you know, when they come to us in their hour of need, we're there to help them at that point. So I always say it's neighbor helping neighbor. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Peter. You know, you might be retiring soon, but I'm not. I got news for you. You know, our principal's standing right there in the window, Mr. Pace. He won't come out. Come on. Come on, Mr. Pace. What'd you do to yourself? You hurt yourself?
Yeah, I'm hurt. I'm old.
All right, do me a favor, Mr. Pace. You're the principal of this great school. So many great things happen in Colonia High. Take a few minutes and tell me about what you think about this whole effort.
First and foremost, this is about these kids, and if I can't give them a high five or a hug, I was going to stay inside and just do what we're supposed to be doing, social distancing and everything else. But I can't be prouder as a parent, as your principal, of what you guys did, the motto of who we are and what we try to do as far as giving back. I couldn't be prouder of you, especially when we're not around to even approach it. And the parents, what they did to support them, all right, it's really an amazing feeling. In a time where the community really needed it, the state really needed it, our country really needed it, to know that I have a senior class who's really bonding and trying to get through as much as they can at the end of the year, to know that I have a junior class coming in that's very insightful. It keeps me optimistic, and I think keeps us all very hopeful. I'm very, very proud of them.
Thanks, pal.
Thank you, guys.
So Peter said it, but I was going to say too about the next generation and the fact that these kids are coming behind us. It makes us feel good. Councilwoman Debbie Meehan, I'd like to ask you now to say a few words.
Just like everybody has said, what you have done has really made a difference. We're just like Peter just said, we're coming from the food pantry right now, and just giving this woman food for her children and herself, it really, really matters. And what you did at a time in your lives that's been very difficult. It's the spring of your junior year. You should be out there on the fields and going to proms, and you should be doing all these great things. And instead, you took something that was negative and you turned it into something positive. And if you live your lives like that, you're just going to be amazing kids that you already are. And I've known these kids for quite a few of them since they've been little, but it's so important what they did, and so important how much money has been raised just through the community itself, whether $1 or $100. We came together like we always do, and we've helped a lot of people in this community. So thank you to the parents who worked really hard with the kids, and just, you should all be really proud of yourselves. So thank you for what you did.
Thanks, Deb. Any one of the moms that are here want to say anything? It's not so bad. No? Somebody come up. Doesn't look like anybody. All right, let me ask, the three kids spoke. Harrison, Jack, or Kerry. What's next? Let me ask, who wants to answer that? If there's something that's going to continue, do you expect, and senior year comes around, you're still going to have this group? Do you think you're going to come up with something else? Do you think you're going to stay organized?
I definitely think we're going to keep the group around and be very open to ideas. Right now we're just trying to finish all the logistics of this, but definitely in the future we'd love to continue to make a difference around here and maybe even extend our arms a little bit outside. But.
All right, cool. And tell me about Woodbridge Cares. They kind of jumped in. They're not as advanced as you guys are now, but they jumped in and started doing some things.
Yeah, some kids contacted Kerry and all of us and said, hey, we want to do this too. We want to be a part of this. So it was really amazing to feel like we inspired someone to do this and, you know, extend this to Woodbridge, and even like some teachers from JFK, I think, sold some shirts. So just to see like community outreaches, it was really awesome.
Terrific.
Part of that.
Well, let me promise each of you that when the time comes to apply for colleges, you can put me down as a reference, you can put Debbie, you can put any one of us down. We are happy to do whatever we can for you based on everything that you've done for the community. So we really, really mean that. This is an amazing effort. High school juniors, $25,000, food pantries, food banks. It's just unbelievable. I'm so proud to be the mayor of Woodbridge because of this group of kids, they're young adults. We really, really appreciate everything you've done. So thank you all for watching.